All right, next is your Basanta. And you can see some Yorba Santa with its purple flower here next to this sticky monkey flower. I think I have a video. And here's another close-up of the edge. You can see the leaf margin, so make sure you use this picture when you're sketching your leaf. This is the top part of the leaf here. Here's Yorba Santa right here. Really furry leaf, very flexible. So Yorba Santa right here, let me take this off. So you can see that leaf right there. It's hard to see, but it's got these white little hairs on it. It's really soft. When you crush it, it kind of smells like strawberries. But oh, it's so soft. And in-class video right here. Next we have is Yorba Santa. And this one is very soft. Like I said, kind of smells like strawberries. Very soft. It's darker on top, lighter on the bottom. You can see it curling up, the leaves there. And it's covered with this white little fuzz. It's very, 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 very soft. This one is Yorba Santa. Just a couple close-up shots. You can see the edge again of the leaf. For your observations, here's to scale. This is 30 centimeters on the ruler. And then this is the top part of the leaf for your observations, the bottom part of the leaf for your observations. And then I had a little macro lens that zoomed in, and you can see these tiny little white threads. Yep, that's my index fingernail. I don't know, kind of disgusting, but very, very tiny little white hairs. There's another close-up of the leaf margin with those white fine hairs, and then you can see them in the center of the leaf there. So, what is the adaptation for Yorba Santa to protect itself against the harsh environment? Pause the video, make your predictions, and then find out if your thinking was like my thinking and you were close. Or you nailed it. You got it right on. Pause the video. All right, we're back. Let's take a look. So the special characteristics, one of them is these white hairs coating the surface. They're literally everywhere, and that's what you get, this really soft feel from this tiny, tiny, tiny little hairs, almost as like a fur on it. The white color reflects the light, because there is a whitish color to the Yorba Santa. The hairs provide shade from the sun. So at least is what I read in the literature, that these tiny hairs can provide some shade. And then this last, I was very surprised to hear about this, but that the hairs reduce the flow of air over the surface of the leaf, and that reduces the transpiration. So if you have all these little hairs sticking up like this, it slows the air down, and the slower air is going to cause less evaporation. Faster moving air, right, is going to cause more evaporation. So that is some of the adaptations for a Yorba Santa. So hopefully you got some of those. Make sure you record those down. If you've got it correct, underline it. If you didn't have some of the observations I have, then add those to your list. Mission Manzanita is next. And here's a close-up of the leaves and the fruits, the berries that you can see right there. And here's a little video clip. And we have the Manzanita right here. And here's another video. It's close up. Couple more. You can see the leaves very shiny on the top. They curl like that, and then there's the underside is a lighter green. And also, I have 4 on our property. They are extremely slow growing, and that the trunks are usually red or dark brown and very, very, very smooth. In the pet industry, a lot of times you'll see some of the branches they sell in there for like parrots to be on them are Manzanita. But again, I believe it is protected, so maybe some of that's coming from private land. But you don't want to go out there and cut them down. Here's the in-class video. This next one is Mission Manzanita. Right here, you can see that's already flowered and there's fruits. Here's a leaf. Let's take a look here. Very waxy on the top, and they curl up like this, like a little boat. This is the underside. This is the Manzanita leaf here. Small, curved on the sides, right? And here are to scale. We're at 21 centimeters here. Here's the top leaf. Here's the bottom leaf. And there's the fruit. So, what are the adaptations of the Mission Manzanita? Go ahead and pause the video. Make all your observations and then your prediction on the adaptations. Then you may take a look at the video and see how your answers compare with my answers. So, we have very small leaves. Again, we know that's going to help with less surface area, and the leaves are not going to heat up as much. We have a waxy coating, and also the leaves curve on the edge, and that can provide some shade and then also reduce the surface area. So those are the 3 main adaptations. And again, very slow growing as well. Let me back up. So the Mission Manzanita special characteristics: they have very small leaves, wax coating, and the leaves curve on the edge. So the adaptations: small leaves, efficient at shedding heat; small leaves, less surface area, less evaporation; waxy leaves coating, help the moisture inside the plants. And again, their slow growth also is one of their strategies, just steady, growing slow, but continuous for over years and years and years. Next is California buckwheat. And I'm going to show you, here's a picture of California buckwheat out in the wild, in the Chaparral environment. Right here we got California buckwheat. Little flower on top. There we go. Right here, you can't mistake that flower. Alright. It's called California buckwheat. And here we go, here's some more. It's California buckwheat. The flowers are white, but sometimes light pink. Another shot of them from the side. Yeah, there we go. You can see the white flowers and then the light pink and the darker pink flowers. There's a close-up. The flowers there, producing again a lot of seeds, and that's a resource population for the consumer population of all sorts of animals in the chaparral. And then when the flower dies in the summer, you get this rust color. Really cool as the hills are covered with this. In-class video. Next we have California buckwheat. So again, these flowers, you can see little white flowers right here, but usually there's a lot more white flowers here, and then when they die out, then they kind of have a rust cinnamon color. And you can see the small little leaves here. So you can just draw one of those individual leaves like that right there. Whoops. Again, and you can see this one is a woody stem here. Shrub, California buckwheat. And to scale with our ruler, we've got, what, 16 centimeters here. A little close up so you can see and sketch one of the individual leaves. And what is the adaptation for California buckwheat? Pause the video. How do they protect themselves in this harsh environment? All right, let's see if your responses are the same as my responses. So they have small leaves, they have a waxy coating, and small leaves are shedding heat, smaller leaves, less surface area, and there's going to be less evaporation, and then waxy coating is going to help keep the moisture in. This time I put a little cup down here, a Dixie cup. It's got wax inside and outside, but it's got this waxy coating. Why? Because if you just have a regular old paper cup, the water can eventually leak out, right? But when you have a waxy coating, it's going to help keep the moisture or the water in the cup. Same is true, the same principle with the leaf of the California buckwheat. All right, sticky monkey flower. So right here we have some red monkey flower. See that? Right here, here. Red monkey flower. And we've got some yellowish orange here. Sticky monkey flower. There we go. Let's take a look. Let's see, the leaves are very sticky. Well, that's not working. They usually stick on your face. Maybe this way. There we go. So there's 1, 2. There we go. Sticky monkey flower. I got this resin and very, 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 very sticky. It's sticking to my finger, not sticking to my face. Let's see. There we go. Sticky monkey flower. So you want to sketch the leaf of that one. Right there, sticky monkey flower. See how long that one is. Get you an idea. All right. What's really cool about the sticky monkey flower, you can take a look here. They come in all sorts of really cool, from reds to oranges to light orange to yellow. But you can see here that the flowers, it's a reproductive organ for the plant, right? It creates the next generation of plants or seeds. And so it's pollinated by a hummingbird. So you can see this hummingbird comes in, gets the nectar, and then some pollen gets on the hummingbird, then it goes to the next flower, and then it will cross-pollinate. So this is not a sticky monkey flower, but this one is here. This is Anna's hummingbird here in San Diego. And it's going in there to get some nectar, but some pollen's going to get on its head, and then it's going to go to another sticky monkey flower, and then cross-pollinate. So in the flower right here, you've got two parts. You've got the female reproductive part, and you've got the male reproductive part, right? So the anthers are making the pollen, which contains the sperm cells, right? And then here, the stigma right in here, the pistil here is where you've got the ovule and ovary, and you've got the egg cells down here. So we've got to get this pollen to connect with the egg so that they can create, as some of my students say, a plant baby. No, an actual seed, right? And so check this out. It's super cool. So if you look right here, here's the stigma. And right in here, when the pollen lands on here, the head of maybe the hummingbird, it actually closes up to ensure that that pollen goes down into meet up with the egg. You in the video? Take a look. You see that?
I'll do that.
And then here, take a look here. So here is the stigma right here where it's open. and the pollen's going to land here. Here's where it's closed. And then I took one of my little macro lenses and zoomed in. Take a look at this. I think that's just so cool. Take a look. Here's a zoomed in. And then that pollen's going to go down in here and meet up with the egg and then create that seed. And then it's going to create fruit, right, to protect the seed. And then maybe some animal's going to eat that fruit, that seed, and then that's going to get distributed somewhere else. All right, so how does the sticky monkey flower protect itself in this harsh environment? Go ahead and pause the video and let us know what you're thinking. All right, we're back. Let's take a look. So its special characteristics, the leaf edges curl under, and there's a sticky resin on the leaves. Seems to stick on students' faces better than my face. So the curling, the leaf causes the leaf to shade itself, believe it or not. And then also the sticky resin prevents larvae and insects from eating the leaves or feeding on the leaves. And if you can see, this is, I think, my thumb. And this is a tiny little beetle I found on another chaparral plant. Take a look at this video. This thing is tiny. Look at the scale and proportion when you look at my finger
over so I can see it.
Compared to how small that metallic colored beetle is.
Really small, huh?
That's pretty cool. All right, black sage. So here we've got our black sage. We've got the flower here and then the leaves. They're not black, but they're much darker than the white sage. All right, next we have black sage. Here's the flower. And there's some leaves here. And they get bigger as you go down. Let's grab a leaf here. And again, very strong aromatic smell. There's the leaf. Black sage. So again, what is the adaptation? How does this plant protect itself? Go ahead and pause the video and put your response down. Make sure you're sketching all the leaves, all the details. Rewind the video, whatever you need to do to get the details, and then make your prediction about this plant's adaptation. All right, let's take a look. Special characteristics: small leaves, equal less surface area, leaves, edge curls under. And so you can guess a couple things. Curling leaf's going to cause it to shade itself. Also, this is considered a semi-deciduous plant. So again, sometimes it can drop all of its leaves if there is very little water. And if you were to see this in the summer, it would look like it's dead. But really, as soon as it starts to rain, it's going to start growing new leaves. But they call it semi-deciduous because depending on the location and the severity of the drought or the lack of water, the shallow rooted and drought tolerant, the leaf can curl rather than drought avoiding through dropping all the leaves. So it can do either or. That'd be its adaptation. So it almost looks like it's dead. It's conserving